All right, Gary, so funny story. Last weekend, we got this panel all ready to paint after we worked on the car for a while. And then I realized I didn't have any paint. I actually used up all of my Tuxedo Black. So, I don't know. That's it. That's all I painted. And was that a pint of paint I used on that? I don't know. Or I just lost it. I don't know. I can't find it. But anyway, I went and bought some more. It's good practice for me to spray with the Waterborne paint and everything. So it's all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and shoot it. So this is what we're using here. There you are. Ford Tuxedo Black. It's code UH somewhere. There you go. UH. All right. I'll see if this comes out here. You can see this Tuxedo Black has a lot of pigment to it. It has green, purple, silver, I think. Bunch of stuff. It's a really pretty color. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Man. Like one coat coverage too. Man, look at that. Oh, that is nice. This is one coat too. I covered it really well. Okay, I'll let that cook until it's at a matte finish, and then we'll put the second coat on. Well, that's interesting. After that first coat dried, see all the sanding scratches and everything came back. Still a little bit wet right there, you can see, but so you can see all the metallics and the scratches. Now this was dry sanded with 400, so you know this should have been wet sanded with 600, I think. But it, you know, it's just a test panel here. But so I'm going to be interested to see what it looks like when it's all done. You saw when the paint was wet, all the scratches just disappeared. So it'll be interesting after another coat or two and then some clear what it looks like. Anyway, I'll put the second coat on now. Looks like I might have one little fisheye in it right there. See that little dimple? Hard to see, I know, but there's a little bit of trash over here somewhere. There you see. And then that looks like a fisheye. Anyway, well, that's the second coat, as we said, so it looks all pretty. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. Okay, so while we're waiting for that wait to dry, I posed an interesting question. So, Waterborne base coat, if one were to get a fisheye in your base coat, what do you do about it? Like if this was actually, you know, a finished car I was painting here and I got a little fisheye like that, what would I do about it? Just leave it? Dab some paint over it? I imagine what you would do is sand it down. This stuff I think you dry sand with 1,000 and then go back and touch it up. So I imagine that's what you would do. But what do you guys think? And is it any different for solvent or waterborne? Let this be an educational video. All right, so after that dried, I don't know if you can see it there. It's the tiniest little imperfection. Right there. Yeah, that tiny little spot right there. So mostly went away. All right, anyway, the sanding scratches are still there, but not as apparent. So maybe third coat will be the charm. We'll put that one on now. And of course, I welcome any critique on my technique here. I think I
I didn't have the trigger all the way down in the upper left, and then I pulled it all the way down in the upper right, but I think I lingered a little too long, so I put that on a little heavy. I don't think it hurt anything, but it's a little heavier than I would have liked to put it on, I think. Yeah, between coats, I'm just hitting it with air. You're supposed to use the little Waterborne air amplifier things, whatever. I don't have one, so I can just use this. Etc., etc. You're not supposed to actually do this. I don't know what the problem with it is, other than maybe too much pressure, so you might put a sag in it or something, but it works.
Okay, so after the third coat, only the most egregious scratches, like right there, are still visible. Everything else looks nice and smooth. That little divot is almost impossible to see. It's very, very slight. Okay, so next one, now we're going to do a drop coat. So I've been spraying this with the FLG4 at about 22, 23 pounds with the 1.3 tip. And I'm going to drop it down to about 18 pounds now for the drop coat. And for the drop coat, we'll also pull further away from the panel.
That came out really peely. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, I don't know. Yeah, the water is going to flatten out, so I don't think it matters, but that was pretty peely. Alright, we're going to let that dry and then put some clear on it. Woohoo! Let me show you that texture if you can see it here. There. Really peely. When I've done this drop coat before, I don't remember it doing that, but maybe I wasn't paying attention that closely. But anyway, it looks nice. See how it all flattens out.
And our clear coat today is EC530. I don't have any medium reducer, I only have low temp and high temp. Given that it's 60 degrees in here, I'm going to go with low temp.
Okay, so here's what it looks like after the drop coat dried. Yeah, all the peel went away. Looks good. I don't really see any scratches again, except for that one spot that had this really big scratch on it. But it's ready to go. Let's put the clear on. Now, clear and I have not had a very good relationship. I always get runs, so I'm going to try putting a tack coat on first, a nice light coat. Hopefully no runs in that, then I can go back and put the heavier coats on after that. And it went on a little lighter than I expected even, so I think I could put it on a little heavier. Hopefully I didn't get any runs in that. Alright, that's at about 10 minutes to cook there. I put that piece of tape across the top so that I can touch it and see how tacky it is. Like your car would be, have some masking or something on it. Alright, so this coat is going to go on a little heavier. I'm going to attempt what I would call a medium coat. You can tell me if that's what it is. This clear does not call for heavy coats. It's medium wet coats. Well, it went on nice. Hopefully it doesn't run. Very smooth. Really slight orange peel in it. It's really good. Not any runs or anything. Part of this test, why I wanted to hang this up, is so I can practice spraying vertically. It's a lot easier to spray when it's flat. I'm real happy with that. So as long as no runs appear in it or sags, looks really nice. Alright, so I believe the rule is if you touch it and it doesn't string back on you, it's ready for the next coat. That's been about 10 minutes. Go ahead and put the next one on. This will be the last coat. I'll try and do it the same way as I did that last one. That seemed to work. I'm trying to do about a 75% overlap. I don't know how successful I'm being. I'm trying to be about 4 inches from the panel, I think, maybe 5. Get in there nice and tight, keep your oil peel down. And that is that. Alright, let's check out the final product. Looks pretty good. I don't see any runs or anything in it. You see the orange peel is really perfect. It's almost non-existent. There's a couple little weird things in the finish right there. What those are. They turn into kind of like little runs. I don't know what happened there, but boy, that looks nice, huh? Sweet. Alright, that's gonna do it. I will let this dry for a little bit, then I'll box it up and get it on its way, Gary. Thanks, everybody. See you.